I have written a section on the Bill of Rights, and it's been made very clear that this commission is not to touch it.
This was the 7th of 18 such public hearings across the state by the Constitutional Revision Commission, designed to plug citizen input into rewriting Texas' near 100-year-old document. It was billed a citizen hearing, a chance for the man on the street to drop in and offer his views on how our state laws might be updated and acclimated to the 20th century. And literally scores came to testify before former Chief Justice Robert Calvert and his commission. But it wasn't just the average Joe who came to offer his 2 bits. County and municipal officials and representatives of powerful special interest groups in the state had lots to say too. The city and county officials in particular hammered ad tedium on one point: home rule, the right of local governmental bodies to be as free as possible from intervention from the state.
Second, we're here to urge you and urge the preservation of the very widely admired, the envied and emulated home rule for the cities of the state. Home rule which conveys as broad as possible authority for governing, for the delivery of urban services on a timely basis, for administration, and for financing the affairs of local government.
Lastly, I urge you to keep county government strong as a constitutionally authorized administrative arm of the government or the state. We are the first ones who are closest to the people.
First, the Constitution should provide for a workable system of county home rule. Texas cities have enjoyed home rule privileges for many years. The Texas Constitution's home rule provisions for Texas cities are among the most successful features of the present Constitution. Municipal home rule should be retained in any revision, and the home rule option should be extended to counties.
In the first place, the home rule concept, which Mr. Schrader mentioned to you, we think should certainly be kept intact. And by that I'm talking about this, that there are many, many, many bills before the legislature right now and every session that deal with the internal administration of a home rule city. That this should be made very plain in the Constitution, that home rule means home rule.
And there was a fellow from the state junior bar to talk about judicial reform and numerous suggestions that the legislature be empowered to meet annually. And on it went. The sheer amount of testimony this commission will have to sit through before it actually gets down to the business of rewriting the Constitution is indeed mind-boggling.
As the president of the Texas Good Roads Association, I appreciate very much this opportunity to present.
But what really brought things into perspective today was the appearance of Texas Good Roads Association President Russell Perry, who urged the commission to retain the constitutional shelters for highway funds and not to allow the highway coffers to be raided by the big cities for funding of mass transit systems. I say that put things into perspective because that conflict, old rural Texas versus new urban Texas, is the dynamic which will govern the rewriting of our Constitution this year. The presence of the Texas Good Roads Association and others today also made another point. Point being that the revision of our state laws will not be a sterile, purely academic process performed in a social and political vacuum. It is and will increasingly be a very political process, ruled by the same old political rules: self-preservation and the survival of the fittest.